1200. I was given that. 1200 by 1200. And my depth, I said, is 400 because the difference between 99,600 and 99,400 is 200, and my pile cap is 600 deep. So that will be by 400. It will be 1.2 by 1.2 by 0.4, and I have 14 of them. And I'm doing a weird thing here, and I'll accept this. You guys are big now. You have your big shoes on now. I will now use the deduct in here. I will accept the deduct if you place that over there for me, but you need to still indicate that it's deduct. And I'm deducting the pile, and it's 0.3 by 0.3 by 0.4, the same depth times pi times 14. And that refers to that section over there that we have already excavated for. I do not have to overmeasure and place that section in there again. So I'm deducting that for the pile, and I keep my excavation free from water. I then also go and I say risk of collapse to sides of my pile caps not exceeding 1.5 meters deep from ground level. And that is 4.8 by 0.4 times 14, or as it's shown here, 1.4 by 0.4 by 4 by 14. My concrete, reinforced concrete in pile caps, partly cast against excavated faces. Why partly cast? Because part of this pile cap sits above the ground. Part of this pile cap would have formwork around it. That is why it's partly cast against excavated faces. That is 1.2 by 1.2 by 0.6 by 14 of. Remember, a very important note, there is no need for us to deduct the pile because we have already stripped back the pile cap to expose it in order for it to form part of the pile cap. We already stripped back the pile in order for it to form part of the pile cap, as Madolo said earlier, in order for that bond to be formed there. And then whatever the type of formwork is, in this instance we say smooth formwork to sides of pile caps, projecting above the ground level, not exceeding 300 millimeters high. When it does not exceed 300 millimeters high, we generally measure in meters as per the standard system, and in this it will be 1.2 by 4 by 14. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the end of that drawing RC008, which is the pile with a pile cap. I now need to take questions. Are there any questions that you guys would have for me on this pile? Piling is one of the easier sections. It just seems complicated with everything that we're doing there, but it is fairly straightforward. Are there any questions?
Yet.
Yes, Selindele.
Could you please go back to that spiral reinforcement in piles? Where we got that 0.18 from? I missed that. Could you please elaborate?
Okay, the 0.18 there tells me that P is 180 millimeter.
Oh, okay, thanks. I missed that.
Got that? Okay, Ms. Magubani. Okay, anyone else? Yeah, Nomta?
So, same question. The 2, is it square?
Which one is that, Nomta? I just need to.
With,
this here.
Okay.
This two over here. That 2 there in this instance would be. Can you see my screen, Nomta?
Yes, I can, sir, but it's lagging, so I can't see where you're pointing at.
Okay, I've highlighted the 2. I've highlighted 2 here, over here. Can you see? Is the screen with you yet?
No, sir.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
yes,
just gonna
sir. That's
see that 2 there.
yes.
It is a square. It's a square, yes. If you have a look at this over here, Nomta, the formula here shows it's the square root of c squared, and this is c squared. That is c squared. I did not have a place where I could show squared. I see that there are some other things here, but that is a square, and that is a square. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
What I would do, I would also upload the page with the formula for the calculation of the spiral. Okay. Any other questions? Any other questions, guys? No one? Right. If there are no questions, what I have done, I have also uploaded drawing RC 010 or 10. Right? I've skipped 9, but I've skipped 9 on purpose because I'll be uploading 9. Now 8 and 10 have all the workings out there already. I'll be uploading 9 without the workings out, and that you would have to, for yourself, would have to work out and determine how we would go about doing that. 9 could be a nice tutorial, but that 9 would be for your own practice that you do. And I will not start with 10 because there was a lot to take in, and I will do 10 when we come back from our short recess. We'll do 10 then, but I've already uploaded 10. So you can go forth and you can work through 10 and see how all of that would work out for you. So it gives me next week so that I can finish the marking of the assessments, which I started on, when was the public holiday? I started on Tuesday. I started the marking on Tuesday, and I will want to complete it so that when I do see you, that it all would have been marked, and you would have your marks uploaded on the system moving forward. Any other questions, guys? Before we wrap up this class, I thought that I might be able to do 10 today as well, but I've realized otherwise. Sandile?
Yes, sir. Whilst you still talking about the assessment, I wanted to query because some of us who registered late. I don't know what's going to happen. So I've tried to send an email, but seemingly, I don't know whether you've been busy.
Okay, no. Okay, Sandile. I was out of town the whole of last week, and I was out of town the whole of last week, and we will be dealing. I just need for everybody that registered late and all that to communicate with me so that I can have a fair idea of who they are, what the numbers and all of those are, so that we can work on a plan on that.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Any other questions or comments that we might have? Just showing that I'm sitting at the office. I'd actually love for us to sit in a classroom where we can sit mask to mask, even if it's that. If I can have that, guys, I would do that at a drop of a hat. And our numbers are not that large, and we can actually do that. For those of us who are out of town, and maybe we can see how we can come in, how we can get here, and to ensure that we could possibly do that. It just helps so much if we can do that. I know some of us are still out of town and that, but I would give everything for us to be here in person and and to be able to sit and to communicate like that. Maybe you can drop a petition to me and tell me how many of you want to come, and then I can take it forward and we can then do that. I'm also even looking at live streaming where I could sit and be in class with people in class, and I could lecture right on the board and do that. And that's also what I'd like to do. But I don't know whether I can get that right. But if you can tell me that you want to be here, I can take it forward and we can motivate for that. Okay. Yes. Have we determined who the class rep would be yet? Because I know you guys have got a group going on WhatsApp. No class rep yet. I've not gotten to a class group yet. Because you guys operate differently. You guys have ways of working undercover, underground, and all of that. You know how to find things. No one has put their name up, their hand up to be the class rep yet.
We do have a class rep for QS.
Who is that, Nomta? Maybe you'll tell me. I'm hoping you would tell me. Because the class rep hasn't communicated with me. Is it Zara?
Hi, sir. Sunday is the class rep.
Is Sunday the class rep?
Yes, sir.
So it's Sake Sunday is the class rep. Was that unanimously or democratically selected? Is Sunday yet?
He or she elected themselves, and it was uncontested.
Oh, Sunday elected himself, and it was uncontested. Okay, I will therefore then speak to the class rep and find out how come he had not. Because I asked him, he said no, he had not. He was not selected. But I will do so. I will speak to him. Okay, so Sake Sunday is the class rep. No, that's great. Okay, guys, I'm gonna thank you for attending today, and thank you for attending today. And we can from this we will move forward. And I please need your comments. I need your comments on how you find this way of teaching, on how you find your understanding, particularly of this module. I shouldn't say that I'm not so concerned about the other modules, but particularly this one, which is not just theory, where we cannot just go and sit and go and read up and regurgitate the information. I need for you to tell me how you find this way of teaching, and how and whether you feel that you would want to possibly come to campus and have mass-to-mass classes, and then we can look at arranging for a venue big enough that where we can still ensure that social distancing takes place, but where we can also still communicate with each other in a professional manner and the like. But I need for you to communicate with me in this regard. Hopefully through the class rep, or if you feel you'd rather communicate with me directly, also do so. If there aren't any other questions or comments or anything like that, think about it. Enjoy your break next week. Don't forget about your school books and that. But enjoy your break, and we will see each other back in 2 weeks' time. Nomta?
Says something completely unrelated. I'm aware that last year we were supposed to have training of some sort on candy. So I wanted to ask if the university will organize something for us this year. Maybe we can do it virtually.
That is one of the aspects that we are looking at. We are busy with Nomta as we speak. We know the importance of getting that so that our students can be prepared for moving out there, and also hence us having the we are, between myself and Miss Emma, we are we are busy working on getting the guys from CCS Construction Computer Software to do a virtual presentation. And obviously, we are still busy working out what the cost implications and everything like that are. And those cost implications obviously would be borne by the student. But for we also do an online training with regards to FIDIC and NEC that I'm not sure whether Ms. Crystal van der Merwe had informed you guys of, and that the institution pays for that. That is for free. The institution pays between the 3 departments. We pay for that, and that should also still come up pretty shortly. That also is a 2-day course, if I'm not mistaken, whereby you'll be spoken to about FIDIC, NEC, and also to some extent the JBCC. But yes, Nomta, we are working on the CCS training that needs to take place. Anything else, guys?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. If nothing else, guys, I would like to thank you again for your participation. I'd love for you guys to ask me more questions. You guys need to understand something. You guys need to understand that when